Can I say something slightly uncomfortable? Most capable people don't actually acknowledge themselves when they've done something well. They just move on. They finish a task, they're off to the next thing and the next thing. I have lived that season, or I have lived like that. Like saying seasons, like, oh, no, there's all that. You know what I mean? Like I'm competent. Even when I wasn't competent or when I was doing things I wasn't competent, being productive, but I was still exhausted. And it was not a case of that I wasn't seeing progression or things weren't happening. It was because I never allowed it to land in my body as a win. Let me let me explain what I mean by that. Like a newborn baby, the first time they say a word, and if it's the like a mama or papa, like they say that. I mean, if you've ever had one, or if you know, I've seen a baby or seen a movie, you know what I mean. Do they go, "Hey, excuse me, that's not how you say it. It is mother or it's father." That's my acting. So no. Or do they go, Ma, she's, oh my gosh, yes, said a word. Oh yes, yes, yes. Well done, well. Oh my gosh, yes. He said, "Mama, my first word," and they go sell. Again, poor acting skills there. They celebrate the heck out of this child, and the baby's like, "Oh, okay, I get to do this. It feels, oh wow, it feels safe to celebrate, to just, oh, when I do this, I get this kind of like thing." Yeah. And then what does mo most adults tends to do? Or most most capable people tend to do? Exactly. They lean into like they've done something and it's like, oh yeah, that. Oh, it's okay. I mean, it went as expected. It's like just pushing it off or like, oh, whatever. Like, oh no, that thing. And then they wonder why after a while it just feels so heavy and it's like they just let go. And it becomes like, that's it. And this is kind of like what I found in myself and in others, people that I've coached and all that, is when we have this, like we have a say situation. So for instance, like there was a time I've shared it here before in regards to when I would just avoid a whole hospital because of a situation. And I would just like leave there and be like, or leave a situation or leave a booking. Um, oh gosh, oh my goodness, that was a toughie. Or like, I can't even imagine. Like, and that's it. Or even if it went well and everything was great, it was just kind of like, oh, the next job, what do we get to do? They're having progression, things are happening, a slight shift, and we all think that it has to be this big, grandiose celebration. It has to be this like jazz. We won the Oscar. So here is the win. And then we like got to celebrate. I want to thank my mother, my father. I want to thank God. I want to thank this, my kids, my husband. Like we want to wait for that to happen to then be able to celebrate. And then we wonder how our body, our nervous system is coping when we don't acknowledge things. Say, for instance, like I remember when I wanted to, like, back in the day, I was like showing up on social. It was like, it was a thing. And I would put out a post or whatever, and it would be like, oh man, it wasn't that great. Or there was no acknowledgement. And then the next time it will be like, okay, let's post it now. Okay. And then maybe like I had like my rhythm when I'm posting regularly, and then I something happened, I had to like post later, like, oh my gosh, I have to go and do that post. Okay. Oh man, I have to do that. It's not even post like a video or whatever it is. And it's like the energy is like just exhausted, like, oh man, oh. And then the next time is like, gosh, I have to do it. And then another time will be like, oh gosh, you know what? Nah, I can't be bothered. Because there's no acknowledgement of anything as we got along. It was just kind of like, "Ugh," like no. What if was it then a case of I put a post it, yeah, I did it. Okay, okay, we did that. That's fine. Next one, we roll with it. We do the next thing, and we celebrate. Like, and this is the thing. It does not have to be for me. It doesn't have to be hypey. It doesn't have. It can just be like a smile. Hmm. Just acknowledge. Let the body feel safe with this. Like, yeah, a nod, a fist. Like nobody even know you're celebrating. Like yeah, okay, that's extra with the face. It doesn't have to be like, hey, yeah. I celebrate like we dance. Mine is with moves. Like, hey, we have to like bring it up, let it flow. It doesn't have to be rah rah. It's that the acknowledgement of making that body feel safe. So that the next time we're in that situation, we're like, yeah, we've been here before and this felt good, so we can show up and show out. It's not a case of like, oh, what are we gonna do today? How's this gonna feel? What's gonna happen? Because when I start, like, when I finish every video, there's always like, yeah, we did that. We like, or I would have like a full on dance party and celebrate and like, yes, 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 yes. So that if my schedule is off, and I still have to do a video because we do this every single day. And if you want to keep rolling, don't forget to subscribe, hit that notification button so that you know when it lands every single day. If my schedule is out or off or whatever, and I still have to record later in the day, it's not a case of like, oh my gosh, I have to do that. It's like, oh, okay. We still have a video to record. We still have to show up today. We said we do this every single day. So it doesn't feel like, oh my gosh. And then by before you know it, we're out. We're not doing this anymore because of how it feels. We have to um, get to acknowledge the safety in the body and know that when we're building this muscle, when we're building the reps, when we when we're kind of like using the like celebrating, that's building us. But when we don't acknowledge the repetition, that would lead to the exhaustion, the burnouts, the like, oh, I can't do this anymore. Because we're not acknowledging. We're not like mindful of like, okay, this is what I am doing. So the repetition we're doing, the muscle we're building, the becoming we're wanting to get to that next level, it feels hard. It feels boring. It feels like, oh gosh, okay, we've got to do this. So we don't do it because our body doesn't feel safe. And our brain is programmed to keep us safe. So if anything that we're doing doesn't feel safe and comfortable, it would just zoom out and not do that anymore. But when we anchor in every bit of whatever it is that we're doing, waking up with a smile, like, oh my gosh, I made another day. Like, yeah, like, I wake up every day with a smile, and just thank my God. It could be anything, it could whatever it is for you, but just acknowledging that I'm still here, you know? someone had the last breath a while ago, or whatever it is. Those tiny things. And now let's push it out. Not just about us now. Let's magnetize this celebration, this acknowledgement, and this win and anchoring in ourselves. Because when I was in that beach resting phase of like, no, this is like whatever it is, I was always in a tension. I was always in like a, like when you're you're not acknowledging, you feel this, and it doesn't have to be that obvious or whatever, but you could feel that weight, that heaviness. Oh, okay, we have to do this. Okay, this something. It feels like a grind. It feels like, oh, all right. But when we have this thing that I've 50-yard rule, that anything around me that happens, I celebrate it as magnetize that. I'm celebrating that win. Like, good for you saying for me kind of like thing. Like, your celebration is mine. You show me that what's possible. Like, okay, cool. Like, I feel good. I'm so happy for you that that's happened. That like, so it's like, yeah, yeah, like, and it's just a whole different feeling. Like where I used to be, like when I see somebody's win or something happens, it's like, oh gosh, yeah, it would happen to you, wouldn't it? Like, yeah, yeah, only happens to people like them, right? And then could you feel like the energy and the like, then, oh my gosh, well done you, congratulations, like, or like, or just smiling and being like happy for people and just be there because we're making our body feel like things like this feels good, feels okay for us to just roll with these punches, to just kind of like acknowledge how like things are. So when we're seeing others do it and celebrating that, we've already talked about celebration. It doesn't have to be hypey hypey. It could just be like the nod, the smile, the this, the that. That doing helps the body feel safe. And when things are happening, and look, even the progression, even like, oh my goodness, I clocked that, I got that. Even just that aha, and that aha with a smile or with a ah, it's registering. We're anchoring it, we're acknowledging. It's making it easier. It's making it like this is like what's rolling for us. It feels safer. It feels doable. It feels like this is what we get to do. Because when we don't like, we dismiss things, we let things go. Even when people compliment us, oh, no, it's all right, nothing like that. Just receive it. Thank you. I remember when I started I used to be very like, oh, yeah, it's okay. Oh, and I would, I just started saying thank you. Oh yeah, thank you. And the thank you wasn't actually in an acknowledging way. It was more kind of like, oh, it's like in a way like, okay, it's okay now. Because I didn't want the attention, like, fine, thanks. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I mean, shut up. Back then, it doesn't mean that now. If you give me a compliment now, it's a whole different thing. But back then it was, oh yeah, okay. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I wasn't acknowledging it. I was just trying to get them to stop because it was making me feel uncomfortable. I wasn't in like, what are yours? Like, oh, I don't see what you're seeing, but okay, thank you, thank you, thank you. It's all right. Okay, thank you. The moment I changed from when someone says thank you, just hold it for a few seconds. My goodness, what that did for me in the acknowledgement when people like before when how like we're talking about capable people, right? They just dismiss things and someone says, oh, that was beautiful, you did well, the presentation, like goodness, like how amazing, da, 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 da. And he's like, oh yeah, yeah, it's okay, thank you. Right. Now, when people say stuff or just acknowledge, I just take a minute and like, well, thank you. Thank you. And just hold in. Not that that's what I'm looking out for or searching. It's just, it feels good in the body. And the body then like feels like, okay, all we're doing is we're good. Like we're safe here. We're okay here. Everything's rolling. Everything is cool. We don't need to panic. We're good. So even in that, when you're getting a compliment and the compliment, taking it in, celebrating. Oh my God, give honestly 1 or 2 more seconds, just hold it and just like thank you, and then move on. That did wonders for me. That really changed my perspective on self. Um, and it wasn't like I said, it wasn't about the validation of like, yeah, oh yeah, let's do it. Like, no, it was more. It was. It was like, yeah, someone saw me. Because one of my things then was when I was little is wanted to be invincible, and I always did everything to be that. And when I now worked on that and started being, it's okay that my visibility is my vitality. It's like how it's how I get clarity in the message is the what's the word? How we roll. I can't remember what I'm trying to say, but yeah, that started feeling good that, okay, this is fine. This, like having that thing. So if at the end of the day, I'm like, oh my gosh, what are this like, how did I show up for myself today? Like, what happened? Like, yes, I did that. I showed out. I like impressed myself. And it is something that we don't we really don't take it so much, and it could be cultural as well, where we feel like, oh, if you're celebrating like that, then that means you're showing up. I like look, I watched the an African Cup of Nation that just happened, and some of the player, like the team, when they score, it's like with a straight face, like bloody scored a goal, and you're like not telling to the body like this is not good enough. Okay, I get it. The game hasn't ended, but doesn't mean you don't have to acknowledge the win. You just scored with the world watching. Maybe not everyone, but like, and then you're like, okay, we don't, no, we don't, no. Even if it's like you don't have to go, oh, you, we, acknowledge it. Like, why would you dismiss a goal, a thing you've done, and be like, oh, no, 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 let's wait to the end. Why are we waiting for the finish line? And the Oscar goes to, no, acknowledge it. We don't have to throw a party. We just have to know, my, yeah, wow, high five, fist pump. Yes, let's go. Acknowledge it in that minute, in your own subtle way. Don't cancel it out like, oh no, no, no. It will ever be in my head like his face and going throughout. Why? For what purpose? What's that doing for yourself? What's that doing for your psychology? What's that doing for your well-being? When you're delaying every step. Because I shared before a friend of mine who is wanting to tone up and do some weight loss as well. And after a couple of months, they couldn't see any difference. And then the trainer was like, okay, when you done 20 and now you're doing 30. OMG, girl, you did that. Now she's able to celebrate the progress. And she can then start seeing how stronger she's getting when she wasn't seeing it. Now, with the progress, do you think when she went to the a trainer and said, "Look, man, I ain't see nothing. I have to be honest with you." She was on the verge of giving up, like exhausted, quitting. But the minute she changed to, I can do 10 reps, I can bench 100, I can now do 200, I can you see? And like then celebrate every time that progress is going. You're gonna keep going. You're gonna keep like on the flow. Do you know how many people that said they want to do this, say, YouTube thing every single day? And then after a while, lives, and then they're like out and like done. If the case of every time you post it and celebrate the heck out of it, acknowledge what you've done. Look, babe, even if you don't have the views, even if you have, do you know how much clarity you're being, how the flow, the thoughts, like everything that is just happening and celebrating that, how further along it would take you than if you had that heaviness of like, oh, okay, we have to do this again. Oh, we have to do this one again. We have to do like the heaviness of that, the how that astounding wouldn't take you far. But when we start acknowledging every step, everything we do with a celebration, with an acknowledgement of some sort, like we said, it doesn't have to be grandiose. You just have to acknowledge that we just did that job. We felt good. We were on that stage. Yes, that's me. I did that. I am her. I am her. I am that. Okay, it doesn't have to be that level if that's not your level. But just kind of like, or like, oh, mm, no. Or just in your head, even use words for celebration. Yes, that went well. Go, man. Wow, see what's possible. This is amazing. Someone just hit this milestone. They just got engaged. This is happening. And that they took their first step and they fell, but they saw the lesson in that fall. Whoa. Like celebrating that. It doesn't have to be all like happiness. Like, I survived that. That room would have taken me out, but I am here. Acknowledging that would help you when next you have to be in that space. So remember that it is not all about the next, because that next will just like, ooh, we have to bring in the element of celebration in there. Yeah, the if if praise was the mother, celebration is the father. Is that a good analogy? Mm. But it's like it's if like this is the next one up, the acknowledgement. Anyway, I'm Nene. We do this every single day. Your voice matters, and it's your time to use it. Go out there, celebrate, do your thing. Celebrated you got to the end of this place, and we'll catch you out tomorrow. Bye for now. Yeah, we did it.